Now that you're jumping into the world of YouTube, you need to be creating a consistent and highly strategic schedule for your content creation so that you don't burn yourself out, you don't burn your audience out, and you don't confuse the algorithm, which is what determines when your content will be seen and by whom. So we want to make sure that we are very, very strategic about this, and as somebody who has run multiple successful channels, I'm going to break down everything you need to know, whether you are a high-performing content creator like me, or you're somebody who needs a little bit more time and effort to get things done. So we're going to break all of that down, and in the last video, we talked all about how to jump into the world of YouTube. So whether you're a brand new beginner or you're somebody looking to elevate your existing channel, that is a great one to watch on the basics, on the foundations of YouTube, and everything you need to know to move forward. I'm also going to link in the description box down below a fully comprehensive playlist of tutorials for YouTube. That's on screen, click for click, button for button, everything you need to know to grow. However, if you've got questions at any point during this video or any of those videos, please leave me a comment. I respond to everyone that I see to make sure I'm helping you to level up on the platforms. So at any time, feel free to reach out with your questions and I'll direct you to content I've already created, or I'll create new content to make sure that we're getting your questions answered. And with that content creation, we need to keep in mind that we're not burning you out, we're not burning your audience out, and we are not messing up your algorithm. At the very beginning, the algorithm is trying to figure out who you are. They want to know what you teach and how you speak and if people are going to engage with you. They want to know that you're consistent in the videos that you're putting out. They want to know that you're building upon what you are doing and you're going to be a valuable person for them to represent on the platform. It's going to start slow and it's going to build from there. So don't worry if you have a slow start. Most people will. You're going to grow from that point. But that does mean that I need everybody to take a step back. So there are people who are going to be really, really good with creating one video per week, meaning 4 videos per month. And there are going to be people like me who are going to go out of their minds because they can only create 1 video per week. But it's really important to do this because it's training your algorithm. We're going for that consistency. We're building upon what we're doing. And if you're just kind of throwing a ton of content out there and nobody's engaging with it because you're new and that's the way that these platforms work, it's not going to reflect very well for you. So for at least the first couple of months, I want everybody to create 1 video per week, 4 videos per month, and that's it. I don't want you to create more, and I don't want you to create less. Now you can create less, but if you do, it's going to take exponentially longer for your channel to grow. If you only do 1 video per month, people are not going to stick around for that because you're not answering the questions that they need in a timely fashion. So if you are going to be creating 1 video per week and that's a struggle for you, you're going to create content well in advance, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But we want to make sure that you are where you need to be to get at 1 per week. So 1 video per week, 4 videos per month, and then you are going to plan for 3 months. By planning for 3 months, you are actually going to be able to create a topic list that then flows from one to the other. Remember, as we're creating content, we want bingeable content. We talked about that in the last video, but very much like a Netflix series. When people are trying to learn something or they're trying to gain information on something, they just want to be able to kind of get the information they need, but if they see more that goes with it, they're going to watch one video after the next in order to learn more and to grow. So you want to make sure you're creating that bingeable content. So instead of just deciding that week what video you're going to create, which is, by the way, very stressful, you are going to sit down and create 3 months worth of topics. So you're going to have the 3 months listed and the 4 videos for each month. Now these do not necessarily have to flow all of them in the same topic, but you should have 1 or 2 or 3 that are connected. You want them to be able to refer back to other videos. So the more videos you create, the more you're going to be able to say, oh, well, I've already done a video on this. You can go see it here, and you're going to link that down below. It's something I've done in this video because I've already created all the technical side of YouTube videos, right? So I don't have to recreate the wheel. I can send you back to other videos, and then I get more watch time. Same goes for you. So you are planning your content that can flow together. So you can do this however you want. You can pick month 1 is all going to be on this topic and month 2 is going to be on this topic, or you can say this episode and this episode are going to connect, then we're going to talk about a different topic, and then we're going to talk about a different topic, but then we're going to have a topic that relates to the first topic, that original topic. So you're kind of weaving those in together. And all I want you to do for this is to take a deep breath, and I want you to list every possible topic you can think of. Then I want you to start looking for threads. How can these videos connect? What could potentially work together? And you can start drawing those connections to it and then decide on when you're going to be filming things this month, next month, the following month, or in the future. And as you're figuring out your topics, you want to make sure that you are looking at your SEO and what topics are going to be valuable to people. You actually have to do your research on what people are searching for, what's going to be SEO friendly, and there are a lot of different ways that you can do this. So you can do your own Google searches, you can do things like Answer the People, you can even do things like working with TubeBuddy, which is one of my favorite programs to work with that helps you to find things that people are searching on YouTube that are performing well and that can work well for you. So I actually have a button for button, click for click tutorial linked down below for you. You can check that one out. Remember, we're doing those intertwined videos, and it's going to show you exactly how to be leveraging this to figure out your topics. So not only your topics and your titles you can figure out, but you can help plan what you're doing through this and find those through lines with things people are searching that are similar to it to find those offshoots or those spin-off videos that you can create. So this is a highly effective resource for you to be using, free and paid versions. I will link all of that down below for you, but I cannot stress enough that this is something you absolutely should be implementing into your strategy because it's going to take a ton of work off, and you'll know what will and will not be likely to perform well on the platform. So just because you think something's a good topic does not mean people are searching for it, does not mean people are going to be looking for it, and if they're not looking for it, they're certainly not going to find it, especially if you're a new channel. So this is going to be a highly effective way of finding valuable topics that people are already looking for so that you can rank your videos faster, stronger, and better, and grow your channel in a much more significant way. Now, as you are creating your topics, don't just come up with really good topic ideas. I actually want to make sure that you are fleshing out everything that you need to do to make sure it's going to be video quality. And by that, I mean you could have a really good topic, but it might take you 30 seconds to say what you need to say, and that does not qualify as a good video for YouTube. That would work as a short, and those don't count toward your monetization or your watch hours. They're short, quick, vertical videos, which is great for getting awareness on the platform, but you have to make sure that you have enough points to talk about in a video in order to create an effective video. Remember, when it comes to creating videos, we're saying what we need to say as quickly as possible and getting out, but it has to be long enough for YouTube to say, oh, well, this is a video that keeps people on the platform for a set amount of time, we're going to show this to people. If it's too short, if it's not giving enough valuable information, it's going to show someone else's video in place of that. So as you're creating your topic ideas and your title ideas, I want you to very clearly put a bullet point list of speaking points under that topic to make sure it's valuable enough for a big video. And if it's not, that topic should go into a bigger video. So if you have a small topic and you don't want to invest in YouTube Shorts, you're going to then use it in light of a bigger video or in the midst of a bigger video. So set that one aside until you have an overarching theme, and you can give all of those tips in those compilation videos. Just make sure you have enough points for a full video before you say this is it and you get to your filming stage and you have nothing to say for your video. And while you're creating this list of topics, you will have things that don't fit into those 3 months. Save that as an extra list. Things that are ideas for the future, things that you can work on in other upcoming videos. Do not let your creative juices stop just because you have the content that you think you need. List everything you can think of and keep that running list. And then anytime you come up with an idea, a question you can answer for people, something that you can teach them, some type of tutorial, or even as you are speaking, as you're recording your videos and you think of something else, write those ideas down. Keep them there because there will come a time when you have to create new video ideas, and if you already have a list to pull from, it's going to make it a lot easier. You're not going to have to stress over coming up with a topic at the last minute, and it's just one of those things that's going to take a lot of work off of your plate. So as you come up with ideas throughout the course of this list creation or life in general over the next couple of weeks, list everything as it comes up. Have a list on your phone. Write it out in a journal. I don't care what you do, just do it because it saves you a lot of time and stress. So always be working forward. Just because you have content decided for now doesn't mean your work is done. Make sure you do the work for future you because future you is going to thank you for it. And with that in mind, we are creating bingeable content with the videos that we are creating. We want people to be able to sit down and get the answer to the questions that they search for, but then also see you have more coming up, or you've already created things that could also speak into their problem, their situation, what they're trying to learn, what they're trying to be entertained by, and that will lead them to more of your videos. So you want to make sure you're creating those through lines of concepts and topics within what you are doing. So So be very, very strategic in this and think in terms of playlists. A lot of people don't think about playlists until they're well into their content, but a really effective way of showing off your content is by creating those playlists and creating them right from the start. So pick 1 or 2 or maybe 3 playlists from the beginning and film most of your videos to fit into those 2-3 playlists so that you can show them on your page, and then you can expand from there, you can grow from there. And the cool thing is you can put videos in more than one playlist. So if it's applicable to different topics or different concepts, put them in multiple ones. You can then actually share a link to the playlist and it will automatically play the next video in the playlist, making it even easier for people to binge your content. So as you're planning and as you're thinking, strategically think about the playlist that you want to create and create content within the umbrella of those individual playlists. That's really going to help you to create that bingeable content. One of the most valuable things I've learned as a YouTuber is to create your content in advance. We don't want to be waiting until the day of to shoot your content or to upload your content or to get your content ready to go out, because so many things can go wrong and that is just incredibly stressful. So let's just say you were supposed to film this morning, but oh no, there was a car accident ahead of you and you got stuck in traffic for 2 hours and you didn't get it done in time. Or let's just say you're uploading your video, you filmed it in advance but you're uploading it the day of and something happens with the internet, and instead of taking the usual 20 minutes to upload, it takes 3 hours to upload. There's a lot of things that can get in the way of life. So I highly recommend filming your content early, editing your content early, uploading it to YouTube and just leaving it unlisted. You can then put your captions and your hashtags in, your thumbnails in. You can get everything ready for your videos and have it ready to go, and either hit the button yourself manually through your computer or through your phone app, or you can schedule it. They let you schedule it inside of YouTube, baby. You don't even have to do anything. So as soon as you are putting things on the YouTube platform, it's there and accessible. So if there's a car accident, or if you go into labor with your child early, or if you have a surprise vacation you get to go on, or if the internet crashes because the power went down, or whatever it happens to be, you still have access to it to get it up in a timely fashion. So do things early, because if you don't, it's really stressful when life gets in the way. Now, I don't recommend going too terribly early. If you are filming 3 months of content, you're good. If you're filming 1 month of content, you're good. But if you're filming like 2 years of content, things are going to dramatically change in those 2 years. So don't go too far in advance. I typically, when I create my content, I will create a plan and then I'll film it in a month at a time so that I've got the entire month ahead of me done and ready to go and scheduled on my platform, and I don't have to stress about it. And then I can work slowly on filming the next month. I do not necessarily film a full year of content because, especially in my industry, things change so rapidly. Anything that I film now is not going to be applicable later on, or things are more important later on and I have to push that back even further. So plan what you're going to do. Know what you're going to be filming, but do it like a month at a time when you're batch creating, and get it up and scheduled so that you never have to stress about it. So if something comes up the day that you're supposed to be filming, it's okay because you're way far in advance and you're not going to have to stress about bumping it by a day or 2 days or even a week. And bonus pro tip here, I do recommend having a couple of evergreen pieces of content that are not time sensitive, that work with what you're talking about but isn't instrumental to the things you're going to be teaching. And I want you, when you have time, this is not something you have to do right this second, but when you have time, the availability to do so, film a couple of what I call extra videos. That way, if something horrible comes up and you don't have your video for that day ready, you can lean back into this evergreen content that is supplemental to what you're teaching but not instrumental to what you're teaching, so that you can put a video up. You can have something up there to appease the algorithm and your fans and show that you are still there and helping them out, and it will not cost you the stress and effort of trying to get everything together if you didn't have that video prepared. So if you can prepare a little bit of extra content, it's just that peace of mind for you there, and then should something blow up in your life, you have the ability to lean back into this extra bonus content. So remember, you're planning what you're doing for the next 3 months. You're going to figure all that out. You're going to record a month at a time and get those listed up, and then you have the ability to do that extra bonus content just for the extra peace of mind or the random completely surprise things that come up that do prevent you from doing whatever it is that you had planned on doing. With that in mind, you are using the next 3 months to create your content. You're doing 1 video per week, 4 per month, and you are going to see how people are responding to it. The algorithm will get to know you, your consistency, and what you are teaching, speaking, entertaining on, because remember, YouTube has the ability to process everything that you've done. They know exactly what you're talking about, what you're showing, and they're going to use that in the algorithm system to decide who you're showing your videos to and how quickly you're going to start ranking for these videos and getting more engagement on it. So teach the algorithm how to respond to you. And then once you're comfortable with this, if you feel like you can create more content, good for you, baby. Create more content. We know on my channels I am up to at least 1 video per day for you, or live stream answering your questions in real time. But I started out simplistic with 1 per week, built up to 2 per week, built up to that live stream per week, and then I implemented more from there as my audience and my algorithm understanding grew with me. And that is something you can do as well. So if you've got questions on YouTube, on growing on YouTube, on your content creation, I am here to get those answered. Drop them down below, hit the subscribe and notification bell. Next week, we're going to be bringing you a brand new YouTube specific video, but every day I've got new videos on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, live streaming, and tools and resources that can help you level up your content creation to make it super simple and easy for you to do without any stress, without any fear, to make sure that you are creating community and conversation with your followings on all the social platforms. Drop your questions below, hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.